Hey there! My name is Cheyenne Rosier, and I'm so excited to share all the behind the scenes details from producing my documentary package for AICE Media A-Level. So, to get started, I would like to talk about why I chose this option and how Cass, my partner, best friend, and platonic soulmate, and I came to our idea for Z. Basically, Cass and I are true Netflix bingers, and we don't discriminate. We enjoy films, TV shows, documentaries, all the works, really. Recently, we've been into a bit of a documentary phase, watching hours worth of them on topics ranging from sexual assault on college campuses to the representation of women in the media to drug cartels in Mexico. Seriously, we watched them all. Anyhow, choosing a documentary for our portfolio was an easy task that we could both agree on, but choosing an idea was a bit more difficult. Originally, we were set on something relating to feminism and activism, especially in our current political atmosphere with protests on the rise all across the United States. We planned for interviews and filming at a protest, only to be disappointed when it didn't work out. Since taking media AS level last year, I've been extremely aware of how representation in the media affects people, and I've been increasingly dissatisfied with how teenagers are represented. Hence, our idea was born. With our products, as creators of the We Are Gen Z project, we strive to promote a more realistic representation of members of Generation Z, starting with people who actually fall in that age range. Totally not referencing any films and TV shows with 30-year-olds playing the dramatic prom queens. No, that would be, of course, ridiculous. Either way, Cass and I were adamant about showing people that Gen Z is made up of talented intellectuals and people who are hardworking, and these people deserve to be shown as they are. We wanted to challenge how our social group was being represented, and I think we accomplished that with our documentary Extract. Yes, of course, we can get lazy and discouraged, but so can everyone. So why are we the ones who are always shown for being portrayed this way? This is truly the question that started it all. So now that you have that nice backstory, I would like to take a look at the various products we created. First, we have the movie poster. Pages, pages, pages. What an underdog. For the longest time, I've used Microsoft Word because Pages seem to have less features, but I was able to create our iconic Z title on Pages. It allowed me to create my own shape. Yeah, I designed that fabulous Z. At first, my lines were really crooked, but I made it work. Then I was able to fill the shape with my own image, which was all the words that are inside of it. I typed that up on Word, repeated them, and then screenshotted it to create the image as a JPEG. Next, I used an online website, Canva, to create the rest of the poster. I searched for inspiration online that I thought would be helpful, like that awkward moment and misrepresentation, and I used similar formatting as well as components. I found the background on Canva, and Cass and I both loved how the Z stood out on it, so we used it and added text over it. The poster's cohesive with the website through the color schemes, white, black, teal, and light green. This promotes a sense of branding and helps with recognition for our audience and potential supporters. Canva was simple to use and allowed us to import fonts to get that true film poster feel with the credits at the bottom. We included typical poster conventions such as the title, release date, documentary website, credits, and slogan. Next, for the website, I began on Weebly.com and chose a theme, but Cass did a lot of the designing and content creation. I mostly edited her work. She did a great job, so there wasn't much to edit, but I linked a few websites and helped her develop some of the ideas for it. Our audience can get extremely engaged with our project and documentary as we have a campaign associated with it. #WeAreGenZ. This is a tab on our website where people can see exactly what the project is and they can search through a gallery and see examples. It's all about showcasing the passions and goodwills of members of Gen Z, and we encourage submissions through our various social media accounts. Also, we have a street team, which allows for Gen Zers to engage with their local communities and also win exclusive access to our contests and various content. Our website is cohesive with the rest of our media products because it links all of them together in one place and shows off the same color scheme and images that can be found on our poster and in our doc. One example of an image is the picture of one of our subjects, Danny, on the homepage, which promotes the documentary on the website. Our merchandise section also boasts our title and slogan on a multitude of products available, and it further allows interaction with our brand. Last but certainly not least, we have our 5-minute extract. So our documentary definitely challenged the typical conventions, given that we went towards a more experimental and abstract route. Honestly, I'd call myself a nerd. I'm extremely focused and proud of my academics, and I've always worked hard in school. When taking ACE Media AS level last year, however, I found myself completely out of my comfort zone. This one is one that challenges both my logical and creative side, parts of me that did not often coexist before my media classes. This year, I decided to go even more out of my comfort zone and create this extract. It was extremely difficult for both Cass and I. We had no idea where to begin. We had already lost time due to switching ideas, and none of us had ever created an abstract documentary. So, we planned out what we could do, focusing on the introduction as an element of cohesion. We knew that our documentary was supposed to be a TV documentary, so we decided to serialize it and make each new episode focus on a new subject. This way, we would be able to have a wide variety of people to represent the diverse generation that I am proudly a part of. The abstract documentary also helps represent Gen Z as out of the box, innovative, and creative, which of course are some of the ideals that we're trying to promote. To film the documentary, we used Cass's iPhone as well as my trusty and now broken tripod, and my friend, now great friend, Laurel's projector. At first, I didn't think my projector idea would be feasible because I figured I'd just have to use a teacher's classroom before school or something. But then, Laurel just happened to have one lying around, so everything worked out. Yay, yay. Anyway, the tripod was extremely useful with our introduction to stabilize our shots as I filmed from different angles. I don't think our intro would have been as nice as a final product without the tripod because everything just looks so clean with it. The projector was clearly an asset in filming, and it created great lighting for us to film with and made the shots visually interesting to pair with the voiceover. Again, with our branding, we use the same format for the title, the Z that can be found on our website, merchandise, and documentary poster to maintain that element of cohesion, which I find to be extremely important when creating a project like this. As for our audience, they will too become familiar with our title and brand and be able to identify it across all media. To edit the documentary, I used iMovie. If you've read my blog, you know that I've had some beef going on with that software because it almost gave me a heart attack at 18 years old. Either way, it was a great tool to use, aside from it deleting my project and me having to spend hours recovering it, but it's fine. But it allowed me to edit my sound and video clips. I played a lot with sound during this project and learned how to switch songs throughout the piece, which I never really tend to do. I learned how to efficiently fade songs into one another and create a smooth transition. I also learned how to add pictures to iMovie and adjust them for title slides, which is what I had to do for our title Z, as I had created the image on Pages and needed to now import it to iMovie. Cass pointed out to me the picture in a picture button, and she showed me how to adjust the size and location of our title on the black background in iMovie. And it was super cool, and now I know how to do it for the future. I also used some other nice features on iMovie for this project that I haven't used in past projects, such as the color matching. The projector in some clips made the shots look really blue or yellow, so I had to make them all look similar in post-production. Once I figured out how, though, I felt like a total pro. iPhone time-lapse was also great to use for some of our abstract shots, and I love the aesthetic and intensity as well as diversity that they added to the documentary. The documentary engages with audiences in that the series is focused on relating to members of Gen Z and representing them and their passions, dedication, and service. Another tool that we used in making our documentary was YouTube's audio library, which helped us get 3 copyright-free songs for the documentary. And those were helpful in adding to the tone overall. In terms of distribution, Cass and I thought about using Distribber, a distribution company that charges a fee for submitting films to major platforms and allows film creators to keep 100% of the revenue generated, as well as the rights to their film. This company has been extremely popular when it comes to new filmmakers for those reasons. We would also start a Kickstarter campaign to raise funds for marketing, advertising, social media, and distribution costs. Additionally, we would place ads on our documentary on Snapchat, a platform with over 110 million daily users, most of them in our target age range. This would help build interest in social media buzz for our documentary there, as well as through our other accounts on Facebook and Twitter, because people often share content they see with their friends. Similar to Planet Earth 2 by the BBC, we would stream our extract on Snapchat to gain attention, and then our first episode the day after it premieres to generate more talk on social media platforms. Finally, we would also submit the first episode of our documentary to some film festivals, including AFI Docs, which is primarily for documentaries and accepts experimental ones also. Plus, we would use the American Documentary Film Festival, which they have an organization responsible for supporting independent filmmakers, and they actually created a fund to help support them. So that'd be perfect for us, considering that we are beginning filmmakers. Also, we would use the Copenhagen International Documentary Film Festival because they support international documentaries and are dedicated to finding new talent. Ding ding, that's us. They also allow entries for experimental documentaries, among many others. Overall, I hope you enjoyed taking this long but rewarding and fun journey with me in creating Z, as well as its associated products, the website and the poster. And I'm so glad that I had this experience being able to learn this much and really interact with softwares, hardwares, and websites that I never really would have touched otherwise. I'm so thankful for being able to take these two courses, media studies, in my past 2 years, and I'm definitely excited to create more projects in the future. Thank you so much, and have a great day.